let's just start from the beginning. Where were you born and raised?
I was born in Renton, or no, let me see, it'd be Highline Hospital. So that'd be Burien, I believe. Yeah, Burien.
And you're born with mom and dad, raised in the household,
Yeah.
siblings,
Um, what do you mean by that? Do I have
brothers or
any?
sisters.
Yeah, I got a half brother and a half sister, but I'm not really in contact with them. My sister married a guy when she was 18 and went to California, and I haven't seen her since. And I haven't talked to my brother in quite a while.
What was your household like growing up?
Um, it was all right. Normal household, I should say. We ate dinner in the evening every night. Mom cooked the meals. We'd sit down, we'd eat together, that type of thing. Standard. Lived in a house, cul-de-sac type area where we were all houses in cul-de-sac type situation, and we kind of all the kids in the neighborhood knew each other, whatever. Same neighbors knew each other. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you go to school? Went to high
Yep.
school, college, or anything?
I went to I dropped out of high school. I never graduated. I went to Alaska and started working on a catcher processor, and then after that, I instead of going back to Seattle, I flew to Dutch Harbor and got on a boat, a crab boat, and started fishing. And basically, I lived in Unalaska. Dutch Harbor is actually Unalaska. Dutch Harbor is a part of Unalaska where you can harbor. It's like a natural harbor of boats. I lived on the island for 5 years straight. I never left because I really didn't have any reason to. Basically, you're one trip deckhand. The money I made, I pretty much spent as I made it. That's how that went. And I got hurt. I broke the scaphoid bone on my left wrist, and I came down to Seattle to get it fixed because they had better options for surgery down here. And then when I was here, I got hit by a car on 99 on 272nd, and I was in the hospital for 9 months. And the surgery they did on my knees got infected after it was done. And this infection is really weird. It targets your joints. And what it did is it ate all the cartilage out in both my knees and this arm. So I've been hopefully trying to get surgery on my knees so I can get back to the thing, the person I was. And since then I've degraded from fully operational, I could run and everything over the last 4 years to now I'm on a walker. I can't really move without it. And it's really depressing to degrade to that level, and I can't really find out what the big deal is with this surgery thing, because that put me back into what I want to do, which is work, have a family and whatever. And I'm really kind of mad about that because nothing has really moved forward with that. Right now I'm living outside on the streets, and I'll just say homeless people are not really lazy. You're continuously moving your stuff. Come on, dude, you got my clothes on, we need to work this out, that type of thing. And things can become, a problem because, it's hard to exist in the modern world penniless, and you get really run down, and if you get too far off the curb, it's hard to get back up on, the right level. There are resources that you can take advantage of. It's just hard to hook up with that, and I'm fortunate because I should be getting moved into a place here this month. What's going to happen? And that'll be good because in order for me to get surgery, to get back to where I was before, you got to have housing because it's going to be quite the operation. It comes down to a charity vote, see what doctor will do it, and they'll have to do one leg, and then I'll be in a wheelchair while that one gets better, and then the other. And so by having a place to stay, and that'll bring on me being able them to do it, basically. And it's taken me like 3 years to get into this place, and finally, it's going to happen. So I'm pretty happy about that. I really can't complain too much. I've made some mistakes. One thing I have been good at, I've learned from my mistakes the hard way, I should say. I haven't been in trouble with the law in almost 5 years, so I don't have to worry about any legal problems. I just kind of go about my day doing the best I can with what I got, which is not a lot. And looking forward to getting my legs fixed so I can go back to work. And I've met a lot of people, and basically I stick pretty much to myself. I like to read and just kind of keep my own counsel, I guess. And I see a lot of things because if you don't have, if you're on a street level, you notice things more on the street level than you would if you're like driving by or whatever, going about your business, because you're not like outside on the street, I should say. And it's degrading after a while, and you start to feel bad. It's easy to get into a downhill spiral, but there's ways out of it, you know.
Tell me more about you see stuff. What do you mean by that? I'm curious. Like, for example, like what do you mean?
I see things with the environment and how various buildings and properties change hands, and the attitude of the people in various places, because they're like working their ass off, to pay their rent. Rent's really high, especially in Ballard. I know that, or your mortgage, and they just don't have a lot of time, to spend, meaningless, nothingless talk. They're kind of like just doing what they're doing, and they the lifestyle from when I grew up till now is different in the fact that it's just a different setup than what I was accustomed to. It's so in a sense we're all kind of like together, in the community. And I like Ballard because the people are pretty easygoing. Even if they don't like it, they won't let you drive off a cliff. I've stayed in the downtown area. I don't particularly care for it anymore because it's just, well, for one thing, there's really not anybody there. It seems like everyone took off or something. It's like a ghost town in a sense as far as the business district goes. I can remember when Rapid Ride first started happening with the bus. It was people would like they time as like a race to see if because on the time for the bus to stop, and if they could just hit it just to get on, and there'd be people just lined up ready to go where they're going. And there was a lot more people traveling on the bus than there is now. Well, of course we have the light rail, which I like because I get 3 seats on that. When I get on the bus, when I sit down, I either got to stand up or they got to jump over my legs because they don't bend anymore. They're to the point now where they're locked in, and that sucks. But a lot of people don't realize that, and I'm not doing that intentionally. There's nothing I can do about it. But on the train, I pay $1 and I can go pretty much anywhere I want. And, it's a nice ride. I think it's really neat. Yep.
Your surgery will unlock your knees.
Yeah, basically they're gonna have. Yeah, it's quite the deal. They're gonna have to break them both apart, clean out the broken cartilage and whatever, and replace them with like some kind of alloy round thing. I'm not sure exactly what they're gonna do, but the main thing is having it done, and that's really what I'm looking forward to, because it's hard to stuff. I was trying to do things that I used to be able to do that I can't do anymore, and at the same time money's hard to come by, and it's nice to be able to have some type of employment to have bread coming in so you're not continually broke. And if you got a place to stay, I got somewhere to put my junk. I'm continually losing things. You hide it or whatever, and then it's gone, because you got to have somewhere to put your stuff. Because if you don't have anywhere to put it, then it's found and it's gone. And every day is like a struggle just to keep standing where you're at. But that's just the way it is.
You mentioned 2 or 3 times you want to get back to work.
Yeah, that's my thing. I want to get back to work, because then I'm doing something that I feel like I'm doing something. I have a lot of time not doing anything, and there's things that I see that I'd like to do, but I really can't do it anymore. Or I could. It depends on the type of job. Some people have gave me labor positions where it really didn't matter how long it took as long as it was completed. And that's the kind of thing that I'm available to do. I mean, it's going to get done, but it's not going to be as quick as it would be by the hour, and they don't care, you know. So I appreciate that help. I like Ballard a lot. Greenwood, Finney Ridge. It's kind of my area where I stay. I kind of stay in the area.
I'm in Ballard. I've seen you around.
So
I'm curious about, your previous kind of before the accident, I guess. Did you ever marry or have children or anything?
No, I've had. I was with a gal for like 7 years, and we're not together anymore, which is okay. But I've never really. No, I haven't been married. I'm getting kind of old now.
No kids?
No kids. Not that I know of, anyway. I doubt I have any. But I've really met a lot of good people, and some bad ones too. But that's the way it is. So I think it's pretty neat what you're doing. Giving people a chance to put their input on the area. So as far as geographically, I've been Washington and Alaska. That's about it. I haven't been to any other states really. When I was 13, my grandfather took me on a tour, and he drove me through a bunch of states. It was like a 3-week thing that we did together, and he drove, and we went to Minnesota, Montana, Idaho, Wyoming. Just a long drive, me and Grandpa, and that was really neat. I like that.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. My family, they've done real well. I know where they're at. We're not really in touch too much, but they've done well. So I'm happy for them.
They don't. You're not in touch really. Why not?
Well, I mean, we don't talk to each other too often, as far as things.
They know you're living on the street.
Yeah, they do.
What would you want the city of Seattle to know?
The city of Seattle is Seattle. It's
What would you want the people of Seattle to know? I'll rephrase that.
People. I don't know really. I'm not really good about telling people what to do, but I think that maybe if they take more attention to realizing that people that are, not on the same level they are not like, worthless causes. That, or at least I think maybe when you get down to the street level, you start feeling like that, because like everything could be a problem. I mean, the COVID stuff is over, which is or pretty much over, which is good. I went through that and seen a lot of things change like really fast, and now that the mask thing is over, it's things haven't really went back to where it was. I know that a lot of the restaurants, especially the drive-through, you can walk through it. They'll let you walk through the drive-through, but it's better to have a car. Are not still like they were, but that sucks. Public bathrooms never really got open anymore, but oh well. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing your story, Mike.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate you giving me a chance to tell you what I see, and I don't see any problems. It's I like it. Can't complain really.
Got another question. How do you cope?
How do I cope?
Yeah.
Well, there's two ways. I can either give up and just throw a tantrum and get nothing done, or just keep trying. And people have noticed that I'm kind of screwed up, and this one lady, her name's Katie with the outreach program. She basically put the housing through for me. She took time out of her schedule to drive me to places to get things that I needed to get this place to stay, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without her help, because she realized I just couldn't, do it alone. And so if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be moving into this place, and I think that's really neat. She's great.
I know.
So,
Thank you.
you bet. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.